Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ready, Set, Recap, where we recap what's been going on. I'm Daniel, joined as always by my best friend, Skyler.
Hello.
This week, in the news, Hulu is dead, long live Disney+. Plus. ESPN bought WWE rights, sort of, maybe. Somehow Michael Bay has returned, GTA wants to see your ID, and PlayStation is moving away from hardware. But before we get into all that, Skyler, what's been going on with you this week?
What an awful week. All the things you just said, they're all awful.
Not
Terrible.
necessarily.
Which one was good?
Hulu dying might be okay. One less streaming service, you know?
Yeah, I'm passive on that one. Sure. Okay. Shit, what did I do this week? Hang on. Forgot about this part.
We had so much time to prepare. I wasted so much time today. We're recording very late.
We're recording so late. I'm gonna fall back on my default thing that I've said before, but I haven't said for a while. I worked on more Warhammer this week.
Have you
I
been
built a tank right before we started recording
have
this.
you been shadow working on Warhammer like every week the entire time we've been doing this podcast and just not talking about it?
No, I took a break for a good while
Oh,
there.
okay. All right.
It's one of those things because it's basically the building and painting process of it is you're building the world's most expensive jigsaw puzzle,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
if you mess up, you're gonna feel really shitty about yourself and all the money you've wasted to make a guy that looks really stupid. And
Yeah.
so you have to like be locked in to quote a movie, you got to get your head in the game.
Dear God, here we go. Uh
And so
yeah.
sometimes it becomes that thing where I put it down and don't go back to it for a week, and then it's just like, oh God, where was I? And then I just don't look at it for a while. I'm like, I don't want to. I get nervous because what if I jump in haphazardly and fuck everything up?
Well, for me this week has been relatively busy. Uh
Okay, good. You can cover for me not doing anything.
Yesterday, as we're recording this, was my birthday. And so me and my family had like sort of a small party. My dad's birthday is today, so we always celebrate to some extent together. I'll have
Happy
like a
birthday, Daniel's dad.
yeah, I'll have like a actual party with my friends separately, but like as a family, usually me and my dad sort of share the time. So
Yeah.
we did an escape room as a family, which was
Ooh.
fun and bad. It was fun. It was like a dragon horde themed escape room, which by the way is like walking distance from your house. Did you know that that was over there?
Yeah, they just opened it. I have not been, obviously, but yeah, I'm aware. You could see it from across the street.
It's
And
pretty good. Like it's a good
yeah.
escape room. The lady who was there, her energy was not what I was looking for, but
Was it too much or not enough?
too much, very much too much.
Yeah, don't like that.
But the escape room itself was good. There was like one puzzle that was really stupid that involved the power of friendship, but otherwise it was all good. The only thing that was bad about it is that we did have 7 people in there, and of those 7, I think 3 of us were doing anything of value.
Oh, okay. Did you okay, to
So
circle back to the power of friendship,
yeah,
did you say like, no, we're family. We don't have that in here.
no,
It's different.
it
It's a
no
different thing.
because it was mandatory. Unfortunately, it's also the first puzzle is that you had to.
Ew, come on.
Yeah. There was handholding involved. I wasn't a part of it because I don't have friendship. But no, because yeah,
Mm.
it's so my family is 5, and then both my sisters brought their significant others, and so we just had 2 tag-alongs. Ended up being 7 people, and it starts in a pretty narrow hallway, and I was like, "There's too many people here. There's too many people here. We're not going to get anything done. We're not going to
Yeah.
be able to see what is happening."
I've
Uh,
done exactly 2 escape rooms in my time.
yeah,
Both of them were with you, I'm pretty sure.
definitely one of them. We definitely did the Harry Potter one together. I don't remember what other one you did.
Did you not go to the pirate one with me?
Oh, I did go to the pirate one with you. That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big
So
fan of
yeah,
escape rooms.
they're cool. I I have a record of 2-0 right now, so that's good. Yeah, you've done a lot more than I have.
Yeah, I think I've done like in the ballparks of 12. But so yeah, we did that, and then we got like Babe's chicken for dinner. We had it we ordered it out and ate it at
Yes.
home. Haven't had it in a long time. Turns out shit bangs, dude. Like it's still good.
It's a staple of our area. but I don't ever go there.
No, I hadn't been in years. I think like maybe 5 or 6 years I hadn't eaten Babes, and now I think I'm gonna maybe add it back to the rotation because
So
it's good.
you know why I don't go to Babes and why I've never gone to Babes in like 12 years or whatever it is. The two times that I've been dragged there, I'll say,
Yeah.
I was with like a big family of people that I didn't want to be family style with. And it was just like I don't like this. So in my head, I'm like I don't like this place. Even though I don't personally hold anything against the food.
We'll just order out the food and eat it at home. That's what we did this time, and it was good.
What the fuck? You can do that?
Yeah, it's a restaurant. You can do that at pretty much every restaurant now.
Impossible. What kind of wizardry is this?
But also this week, something I've been doing today is the artist formerly known as Machine Gun Kelly, now MGK, has
Uh-huh.
put out a new album called
Uh-huh.
Lost Americana, and it's
Yeah.
really good.
Oh yeah.
It's really, really good. Yeah.
Okay.
I know that you dislike him because he looks like a fuckboy, but his
N-
music, unfortunately, is quite good,
I don't
especially lately. I don't know about his older
I
stuff.
I dislike him less than a lot of other people do. I don't care about his music. I never have. I mean, if you're saying this new stuff is good, then that's cool. But no, my only real take on Machine Gun Kelly is he was in a movie, a Netflix movie about Motley Crue where he played Tommy Lee, and it was like I mean, it's not a great movie. It's fine.
No, you
It's
said it was a Netflix
serviceable.
movie, so it was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um but like he gives like a earnest goofy performance, like no ego, and that's like when I found out like, oh shit, that's Machine Gun Kelly, because like my only other like exposure to him was when Kevin Owens power bombed him one time.
sure,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
fair enough. Well, maybe he'll get you because one of the things that he is sort of known for at this point is that he will end up getting into like beefs with other musicians, and then by the end of it, they're
oh,
friends.
so he'll get into beef with us.
Maybe, yeah. Machine Gun Kelly, come on or MGK, come on the show. We will let you sing a song, maybe. But no,
Sure.
it's quite good. It's 13 songs. I would say probably 7 or 8 of them are really good, and the other ones are just kind of like filler. None of them are bad. There's none that you're like, oh, I'm gonna skip this one. But a couple of the ones he released beforehand as singles, as like ones to lure in, are unsurprisingly also some of the better ones. So like Cliche, Vampire Diaries, Miss Sunshine, those ones all came out beforehand. And then he's been like marketing it really well because he's been debuting those all in different places. So Vampire Diaries, I think, debuted on like Fallon or some shit. One of the other songs, it's like Don't Wait, Run Fast or something. That one is like it is the song of college football this year. So like every one of them
Mm.
has been like released in different places. So I wouldn't be surprised if this album ends up doing really well. But it's quite good, quite good. Big fan,
I
big
guess
fan.
that's another thing that happened this week that you remind me of. Preseason football has started.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
The
Why
Lions have
not?
had because Lions have had 2 games, and in one
Hmm.
of them, their third string guys got beat by the Chargers' first string guys because I guess the Chargers were like, well, we're never going to win in the actual season, so we got to put our first string guys in the
I like
preseason
how
Hall of
you
Fame
take
game.
your team losing and try to
Um,
turn it on me as if I'm the idiot. So
yeah,
fuck you, dude,
yeah. Well, I
basically.
didn't say you. I said the Chargers. I think you're, identifying a little too hard.
I don't know why preseason football, which nobody ever cares
No one
about,
cares about
doesn't
it at
really
all.
matter, but we're almost to
Yeah.
the regular season has happened and
Well,
football's on TV again.
did you see what happened? Was that today or yesterday?
About what?
The Lions' second game. Some third string guy, Mo Norris, like almost died.
No, I definitely didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't see the play, but I saw Dan Campbell's reaction to it, and he was like really emotional about it. He's in the hospital, and like the only thing that they could say about it was like, well, he's breathing and he's responsive, so he's pretty good. And I was like, oh
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
So yeah, it's not been a great preseason for the Lions.
No.
Um, really, the only positive coming out of it is like, well, Isaac Tesla looks really good. Cool, cool. He's gonna be like
Is
wide receiver
is what it
4,
is. Yeah.
but good for him, I guess. Uh,
Uh, That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Smosh Summer Games started, but I don't have anything to say because it's only like one episode in. So maybe next week I'll have more to say about Smosh Summer Games. But I'm excited it's back. It's been gone for like 5 years, so I'm excited it's back.
Yay.
Hell yeah. But Skyler, let's talk about the news.
Sure. Whatever little we have.
We got a couple of things. We got some
Okay.
things. So Disney Plus is now fully merging with Hulu. Now we already knew
Yeah.
sort of that this was the case because so Disney owns obviously Disney Plus, but also Hulu.
Yeah.
They own ABC Family, which was I think the original company that started Hulu, and then they just bought more and more stake of it. I don't really know. I don't know at what point they got 100% ownership, but I do think it was relatively recently, because then they did a thing where if you had both, you could access all of the Hulu stuff on Disney Plus. And I think at that point people
Yeah.
were like, well then why even have Hulu? And I guess Disney
Yeah.
was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Um, the big Disney bundle thing right now is it's as you expect everything Disney owns. So you get like Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and then is there another one? I don't remember.
No, I think it's just
But
those
but
three.
yeah, so everything Hulu. I mean, I have that bundle, so everything that ever is supposedly Hulu, I watch on Disney Plus. And then they've basically just announced like we're gonna kill the Hulu app because no one uses it and no one needs to use it.
That's
So fine,
fair.
I guess.
I do know a lot of people use it for its live TV. That's what my parents use it
Yeah,
for. And so I do
that's.
wonder, are they going to add a live TV thing to Disney Plus, you think?
Do you think they would have to?
Because at some point, this
It's-
doesn't take effect until 2020, until next year. But at some point
I
next year, I'm going to have to set up a new live TV thing for my parents before my dad has a conniption because he
yeah
already doesn't understand like streaming technology. He's like, why can't I just turn on the satellite and get my pictures? It's like, well,
yeah
because that no one does that anymore, Grandpa.
the times they are a changing. Um, yeah, I used to have the Hulu Live TV,
Mm,
and I have since switched to Fubo because we're just incapable of naming something a real thing.
yeah, I'm not sure.
It's Hulu, Fubo, Tubi.
Tubi, yeah, that's another one.
What are we doing here? But whatever. Saying talk about grandpa. This is the grandpa discussion right now.
I was
Back in my day,
I was thinking about
it was
moving them to YouTube TV. That's the one we use it at work, and
that's probably a safe bet.
it seems like it works pretty well. Um, the only issue that I mean, it's going to be the same issue no matter where, but the only issue that we're going to run into with that with my parents is that like they have really bad internet at their house,
Yeah.
and refuse to upgrade it. And I've been like, hey, the reason this doesn't work is because your internet, like your modem, is from 20 years ago, and you haven't gotten it updated at any point. You need to call the guy
They,
and get it fixed.
so they just call you and they're like, "Fix it. We won't change it, but fix it."
Yeah, pretty much. And they're like, the
Mm.
sound bar isn't connecting anymore. And I'm like, I've never owned a sound bar in my life. What do you want me to do about that?
Um, you know what's funny? Ironically, the reason I even switched from Hulu to Fubo
Yeah.
was to get NFL Red Zone.
Oh, and
But
now
now
that's
NFL Red Zone is moving to a brand spanking new Disney ESPN streaming service that they're going to launch for 30 fucking dollars a month.
yeah, which is okay. So here's the thing, right? Because that is sort of news story too. Is ESPN?
Mhm.
But we'll get it talking more part of it. What is this thing? Because ESPN, I thought, or like NFL or whatever the hell, already had a streaming service or some shit that you had to pay for that was like $1 billion. It was like several $100s to get all of the games for the season, wasn't it?
So don't take my word
What
for
is that?
authority on this because I'm a little shaky on all the details and we're not going to dwell on it long enough for me to like look it up and give you a book report.
Sure.
But I think essentially is that they've amassed enough things that they have the rights for, including WWE, which well, I guess yeah, that they truly believe that they can launch a new like premium direct to consumer streaming service. And because we have the rights to NFL Red Zone, and because we have streaming rights for WWE pay-per-views, and because we
Right.
have the rights for whatever else they have rights for, I'm not even sure what the full list is. That like yeah, $30 a month. You're basically paying $30 a month for a specific sports package, which doesn't sound too crazy when you think of it that way if you watch all these sports. Like, I'm in two minds about it. I need to find out everything that they're going to have on there and what won't be available from other places. But like, if you're just a fan of WWE and you watch the pay-per-views every month, you're going from
Premium live
paying
events,
from
please.
no. You're going from paying whatever it is, $10 to $15 a month for Peacock. Now double that and give it to the next guy. We're paying $30 on brand new thing that you got to make a login
Yeah, well,
for.
and it's weird too because now WWE is this like fractured homunculus of nothingness where like the events, the PLEs or whatever are going to be
Mhm.
on or obviously this ESPN thing whenever that starts up.
Yeah.
I don't know when it like launches. But then it seems like maybe they'll also still be on Peacock, but either later or I don't know. They haven't specifically said that it's going to not be on Peacock anymore.
Yeah.
And
So
people seem to think it will still be there.
here's the thing. They're saying that like this deal might not include, as of recording, our potential understanding.
Right.
It might not include the library of stuff from the past.
So it would just be
So all the
live stuff.
so all the back catalog would theoretically still be on Peacock. So if you want access to that, you need Peacock. Monday Night Raw is on Netflix, so you need a Netflix subscription to watch that.
Wait.
SmackDown and NXT are on two different things. SmackDown is on, what the hell is SmackDown on? I don't even know. But
Don't say
NXT
it's
is on
Hulu.
CW.
NXT's on. Oh,
C
it is on CW. Does that have an app? Where
NXT.
is that?
I think you just through your TV provider, which theoretically is the same thing for. I
Well,
think SmackDown's on USA, so same thing.
CW is Warner Brothers. Would it be on like HBO?
I don't think so.
Well, AEW is on there, so I guess maybe they wouldn't put both. I haven't seen it. That's for sure.
But yeah, so you're looking at needing to like pay. How much is Netflix right now? $15, 18
Yeah, I
bucks.
don't know. It depends. There's like more expensive ones where it can access more devices, so
You need
it's
to
all
you need
just
to
a
pay for
crapshoot.
Netflix. You need to pay for Netflix. You need to pay for some sort of live TV service. You need to pay for Peacock, and now you need to pay $30 for this new thing if you're a WWE diehard. Of which I talked to our friend of the show, Abrar, who is
Yeah,
a WWE lifer, but not in an annoying way. He watches AEW as well,
yeah,
and he was like, I don't want to just say it. What do you do with a drunken sailor? Is basically what Abrar was saying to
yeah.
me.
What am I supposed to do about this? It's it's this is such like because okay, so they just got not just I guess it was like last year, but they got bought out or merged or whatever with the TKO, and since then it's
Hmm.
all been just like so many weird decisions when it comes to like where you can watch the thing, and their sponsorships have like really exploded in a way that I'm sure makes them a ton of money, but it makes the product like more confusing to watch in some cases. Like I don't know, man. I enjoy WWE, I do, but they don't make it easy. They don't make it easy to enjoy it, especially now.
No.
If so, okay, I have two clarifying questions. So okay, so this ESPN thing is it only live? Like there's no back catalog at all, so you can't go back and watch old football games or old NBA games or wherever the hell. Because if they don't have the library of the back catalog of pay per views or PLEs, whatever, are they going to it's gonna be live and then what it'll be there for like a day or something and then it just disappears, so then what am I paying $30 for? Is that
To
what you're saying?
to to watch it live. I'm not gonna say that there's
That's
no
bad.
back catalog like at all to whatever. I
I mean, we
mean,
don't know the details yet, so this is all speculation.
certainly they're not inventing a thing where you can go back and watch every football game that's ever aired on American television.
They
That's
should do that.
not going to be the
They
case.
should do that.
Uh,
Minimally, you should be able to go back and rewatch the old Super Bowls on this platform.
that would be cool.
I don't know.
Selling
It's
bundle
weird.
NFL plus premium with leagues DLC. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Speaking of which, did you see? Speaking of the WWE side of things, did you see Paul Heyman came out and he was like, "You can't like because Brock Lesnar's back, I guess."
That was last weekend, right?
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch it because I was busy at work, but yeah.
Oh, that's what I did this week. SummerSlam. I watched SummerSlam.
Are we
But
gonna
this
just throughout the whole episode? You're gonna remember other things that you did?
slight Splice this into the front. I
I'm
watched
not gonna
SummerSlam.
splice it. I'm not
Slice
gonna,
it in.
I'm not gonna
I
do that.
watched SummerSlam. Some of it was good. Some of it wasn't very good.
And piss baby Brock Lesnar, who knows exactly where you live, came back.
You know what? We'll talk about SummerSlam if we need a pad for time at the end. Yeah. So Brock allegedly pissed on women against their wills or something. Lesnar.
The whole
He's back.
the whole Vince McMahon situation is very bad and very confusing. And if you have interest in it, there are a million documentaries online that you can watch about it.
Better sources than us on this one.
Look up
Don't make me tell you
the
about it.
look up the stuff that Fabulous Moolah was doing. Look up the Ring Boy scandal, and then just watch like really any episode of Dark Side of the Ring, because most of them seem to include Vince in some way.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely Vince is bad. Vince is bad.
Would you like to talk about the next news story?
I don't even think we really talked about what Paul Heyman said.
He just said that you can't cancel Brock Lesnar because he's too popular.
Yeah.
He's like, he's too cool, you can't cancel him. And everyone was like, I don't know about that. I actually don't know about that.
It's that weird. I think factually what Paul Heyman said is true. I don't think you can cancel Brock Lesnar because I don't think he has a computer. So I don't think he knows what canceling is. So he'll still go out and...
You don't have to know what it is to get canceled.
Well, clearly it doesn't hurt him, and he works for a company that makes a lot of questionable decisions and will pay him lots of money.
Yeah.
Regardless of what's happening.
It is just one more point in favor of the WWE makes it real hard to stay a fan of him.
They also did everything wrong in how they've established this, and the crowd didn't help because they played right into the WWE's hands.
They always do.
The crowd went nuts because Brock Lesnar showed up at a time where, for one reason or another, they never thought, or they thought there was a possibility Brock would never come back. And here he is. So the crowd goes absolutely nuts, which in hindsight, I hope they look back as that's a little embarrassing how we acted, because again,
they don't have that. They don't have
if they had announced ahead of time, we're bringing back Brock Lesnar, that people would have been like, no, I don't think we want that.
Yeah.
But they knew not to do that, so they got the exact reaction that they wanted. And Triple H was ahead of time. He was like, we are no longer doing post-show interviews. We won't be talking to the media. Because he learned he doesn't like fielding these questions.
Oh, he's bad at it. He's really, really bad at it.
And now we're doing this thing where we have Paul go out and be like you can't cancel him. So now we're it's rubbing it in the faces.
It's just so tone deaf. And then also Triple H is showing up at the White House with Epstein's best friend, our orange president,
that happened
to start a new. The two things that were announced there was that they're starting a new children's health thing. They're bringing back the president's fitness exam, and the person they put in charge of it is a registered sex offender who pled guilty to having sex with a 16-year-old against her will. And Triple H is standing there next to them while they're announcing this, and didn't seem to think it was a problem.
No, I mean, what was the reasoning thought process for Triple H being there?
They had a bunch of sport people there to be figureheads for this new thing. But
sure.
Yeah.
Can I point something out as somebody who's who knows about wrestling and what's going on in wrestling?
Is it that it's not real?
If Triple H, if you had Triple H run the Fitnessgram pacer test, he would die. His heart would explode.
He does have a pretty sincere heart condition, which is unfortunate. I don't know. I want to say I like Triple H, but again, they make it so hard.
That's just, Daniel, when you work on the Death Star, you can't
work on the Death Star. He runs the bitch.
You can't bother. Yeah, he runs it now, but what am I going to do? Change course?
Maybe he just blew up Alderaan.
Yeah, listen. Alderaan was going to get blown up one way or another.
Oh, don't give me all that.
That's what Triple H is thinking, so it might as well be him. He might as well get the fat signing bonus for it.
Ugh.
This is sometimes when you
Yeah.
record a podcast,
It's just so many bad
it
things happening.
you're yes, but then also just how do we field it, and then we're all over the place. This is going to be one of those unhinged ones.
Yeah, I think this section will be, but it's, it's a bad time. The log line of it is like WWE is both poorly run and potentially run by bad people. Actually, not even potentially. I would just
Oh,
say it's run by bad people.
definitely run by bad people.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
I'll make that
At this point, yeah.
assessment.
So, oops. But hey,
Hey,
there's also rumblings
but
that they might be buying TNA soon, so that'll be exciting.
buy TNA. Do they
Yeah,
even want to do that?
I don't know, but that's what everyone's saying online. Not that that means anything.
Just got AAA. I don't think they need TNA. I think TNA is willing to do whatever they want.
But does TNA need that? I don't know.
TNA very much, I think, likes having WWE bolster their shit. They don't care who they have to put the title on.
Yeah, that's true. Well, speaking of TNA, there's TNA and GTA, and Rockstar's
Yeah, sure.
doing some dumb stuff.
Great.
I sent a link about it in the chat, and I don't know if you actually read it, because I didn't hear a reaction from you, and we live close enough that I think I would have heard your sigh. So
Yeah.
this is not official. It's been leaked by a guy who has leaked every other thing that turned out to be true about Grand Theft Auto 6, including the release date and the names of the main characters. So like a pretty reliable source.
We're looking good. Yeah.
He has said two things, one of which we already knew, which is that GTA 6 is going to be $100. So cool. Which means I already am not going to buy it. Here's a second thing that I don't actually think will probably end up being reality by the time it comes out, but apparently GTA wants, or Rockstar, I guess, wants to do age verification in order for you to play Grand Theft Auto, which on paper is like, oh, sure, maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. Except that the way that apparently they want it to be done is they want you to send them a picture of your photo ID.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I am not giving Take-Two any of my information.
0% chance.
Yeah.
With how many times?
It's just, they don't actually care. They just want to farm your information.
Well, yeah, 100%. But like, think about this. Even if they were like blatantly honest and we're like, we just want to farm your information.
Right.
That's all.
Which honestly, if anyone could get away with it.
We just want to know how to be able to track you at all times and have your social security number and all this stuff. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool, dude. We make GTA. Come on.
Honestly.
But think about how many times something like as big and global as PSN has been hacked.
Exactly.
So like, it takes one schmuck to hack Rockstar, get into their files, and then they have all these pictures of people's photo IDs.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And they say that they want to do it for age verification, but it's like, okay, here's a couple of things. Number one, you could just lie. You could just send anybody's picture in. Number two, like, it's not your job to do that. It's not your job to do that.
Rockstar, how does it fall?
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, how does it fall on Rockstar to, like, we need to make sure that nobody under 18 or 17 is playing this game? No, it's Rockstar's job to say, are you 18 or older? Click yes or no.
Right, and like then, every porn site that we went to when we were 12.
And then by the time that 12, Jesus Christ. By the time that you're saying yes and you're actually like 14 and you're lying, well, that's on you. And that's on your parents for not paying attention to what you're up to. That is not Rockstar's responsibility, and I don't know why. This is a scam, dude.
Oh, it's 1,000% is a scam. They've already done everything that they are legally obligated to do. They went through the ESRB process. They put the little thing on the box or on the digital download. You can click on it and it'll show you all of the reasons why it has that rating. There are built-in things on every single digital service that a parent could go in and adjust what types of games that their kids are allowed to play and for how long and whatever. There's even in a lot of games censorship options for like language or nudity and things like that that you can turn on if you want your kid to be able to play the game, but like, oh, there's these one or two things that I want to change. They've already done everything that they need to do, and probably more than that. This is clearly has nothing to do with that. And I think the thing that pisses me off the most about it is the defenders who are like, oh, well, the fact that they have to go this hard into age verification for it must mean that they're doing some just like really crazy stuff with GTA 6. And I'm
No,
like, they did
absolutely.
crazy shit in GTA 5 and didn't ask for any of that. And frankly, I don't know that I need or want them to go any further than what they did in
That
GTA 5.
that was gonna be my next thing. I didn't play a heck of a lot of GTA 5, so you might have to tell me what the crazy stuff they did. But I'm here thinking that nothing in Grand Theft Auto warrants this kind of like, oh, make sure the kiddies are asleep now because they can't be seeing this.
Yeah, it's not Girls
Like,
Gone Wild. It's a
like
video game.
you pick up a little like polygon prostitute in your car and she, whatever, and then there's a strip club and you're shooting guys in the street and oh, there's that cut scene of Trevor like fucking that lady.
Yeah, his friend's mom.
So what else? Like what
Yeah,
that requires like this is so crazy and so intense that you have to send me your driver's license and social security number,
yeah.
or else,
I
buddy,
need to
you can't.
know.
I won't even let you pay $100 to play this game if you don't send me your driver's license.
I need to know whether or not you're an organ donor, and also $100.
This. We've talked about some stupid shit in video games
It's
this year.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
This is the stupidest fucking thing I've
Yeah,
ever heard. And I'm not saying that from a salty point of view, because I probably wasn't gonna play this anyways.
I think I will, but much later when the price comes down.
I would have if the price point was like if it came out at $70, and I'd be like, okay, yeah,
Sure.
that's
Yeah.
the
I might have
current
even
thing.
paid 80. Oh, I'm not gonna fucking pay 100. I'll tell you
I'm
that.
not paying $100, and I'm definitely not sending any personal information via photo
Right.
to
Hell no.
fucking Rockstar or anybody. No siree.
Yeah. Well, and I do think that there's a pretty solid chance that it's end up not being a thing because the online reaction to it has been largely been like, yeah, no. Uh,
There
but
has to be like lawyers like lining up
you would
to
hope
like
so. You would hope
to
so.
to fucking stop this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you would hope so, but there's really no legal. There are so few laws in place to protect people in digital marketplaces that I genuinely don't know. This might be a thing that would have to like set a precedent in that field. Um,
Oh boy.
but so there's a lot of other really stupid shit that has been not announced but leaked like this throughout the years from like patents and shit for other video game companies that hasn't ended up coming true, right? And so I do think that there's a solid chance that this is just a thing they were talking about that may never actually happen. Like there was a thing at one point, it was either for the Kinect or the PlayStation Move, it was for one of them, where they were going to like put ads in it, and you were going to have to, if you wanted to skip the ad faster, you would have to like jump up and yell the name of the company doing the ad or whatever. The one that they had in the patent was you would have to jump up and yell McDonald's to make the ad go away, right? Uh, like there's all kinds of stupid borderline dystopian shit. I think the issue here is that this one feels so much more believable because Rockstar has already gotten away with so much other shit.
Yeah.
Because people would be like, yeah,
And
I'll send my photo ID to them so that I can play Grand Theft Auto. And it's like, for what? They're not even
I
that good of games.
I do feel like people will do this.
Oh,
If
absolutely.
this is like an actual thing, people will say, "Hell yeah, take it. I'll do it." And that's fucked up.
Yeah, people are dumb. That's really all it comes down to, is it's just ridiculous. And I don't know. Look, we talked about the trailers and stuff for GTA 6 when they came out, and I do think the game looks good. I think it looks like a
Yeah.
good game. I think it,
Uh-huh.
when you spend, God, when did the last one come out? Like 2013? When you spend over a decade working on a single video game, it better the fuck look good when it comes out. But that doesn't justify, like, I'm sure they put a ton of money into making it. That doesn't justify you asking me to spend $100 on it and give you all of my personal information for the right to give you $100 to play a game that
Yeah.
like, no, absolutely not.
No.
Why are we like, me and you are not, but why are we as a video game community like
Yeah.
even beginning to entertain this as a thing that we could do? What is the fucking, why are we doing that?
Because not only like, oh yeah, I'll do that for GTA, but you let Rockstar get away with it, and then who's next?
Yeah.
2K. 2K says, oh, if you want to play
Well, that's the same company, so
NBA,
yeah, probably.
yeah, you want to play NBA? Well, we gotta have your driver's license on file.
Yeah.
EA would do it. Nintendo might do it just in general,
Nintendo would be
like
an especially weird one to do it, but I guess I could see it.
to have a Nintendo account.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Like we gotta have we need a blood sample before you can buy the Switch 2. We need a blood sample.
We will not let you play a game where Monkey Punch rock until we know your social security.
See, I really want to play a game where Monkey Punch Rock, but I don't. I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
So
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But something that is being viewed online as more ridiculous, but is definitely not, is PlayStation has officially announced that they are moving away from hardware. Not that they
moving
will
away
stop
from
making hardware necessarily, although that is the way that some people online are taking it. But that they will stop being a hardware centric business. That they are now focusing entirely on metrics like monthly active users and that sort of thing.
uh-huh. Monthly active users. Does that
Yeah,
imply what I fear it implies?
it's just people playing their game. It's people with PSN
Sure,
accounts.
but
Yeah.
if they're like, we gotta, if our main focus is making sure people are playing their PlayStation every day, what's the best way to do that? Boom, live service.
Well, they're already doing that.
Yeah, I know, but like we want them to stop.
Oh, they
So,
also hey, as
so they're
all
doubling down.
there's two other things that are part of this story. A or one, I guess. They also did just past 80 million PS5 sold, which is a pretty good number. It's pretty big. It's not quite
Sure. When
at the
did the
point.
PS5 launch?
2013? No, 2020. 2020.
2020. You were thinking of PS4 just then.
PS4 was 2013. Yeah.
It's 2020. Yeah, 5 years, 80 million. I've got a PS5. I'm one of those.
Yeah.
They wrote an article about me.
Oh my god. Wow, you're famous, bro. Which is pretty good. You know, it's not quite on pace as what the PS4 was doing. But to be fair, they really haven't put out a lot of games recently. So
Yeah,
I fear that many people are
that's
just not buying PlayStations at the moment.
that's the gimmick. That's the joke, right? Is it's no games.
Yeah, I mean, it's every generation. It's a different guy who has no games, and then that's the joke. Next year or next generation, who knows? It'll be Nintendo or something. But they also said this was part of like a conference call for their earnings, and someone asked them like, "Hey, your live service thing has been a total complete failure. Are you gonna stop doing that or do less of that?" And they said, "No, no, we're gonna learn a lot, and then we're gonna keep pushing on with this thing that's not working."
Yeah, that's how
So
business is done
so
in
they're
this day
moving
and age.
away from a console-based hardware, console-based business, which is
Yeah.
what has worked for them for 31 years. Uh, and they are focusing in now extra hard on live services, which they've never really done before, and are doing currently so badly that people genuinely believe that one of the most historic live service studios of all time in Bungie is probably going to be put out of business in the next year.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so other than
Yeah.
them sucking real bad and
Well,
live service is not
yeah.
good.
Unfortunately, I mean, it's so they're doing fine. Like financially, they're doing fine. They're making tons of money. People still have
Sure.
PlayStations and buy a lot of games on PlayStation. Not first party
Sure.
games, but
Of
like they
course. Of
buy the
course.
third party shit and they collect 30% of that. So
Mhm.
like the company is still doing fine. It's not like, oh, they're going to go out of business. But it is
No,
like,
no, no, no,
what
no.
are you doing?
Well, I was gonna say like them saying we're moving away from console and hardware, right?
Yeah.
What does that actually mean?
It means they're going to put more of their games on Xbox and Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it then. That's
That's what I read it as. You know, when you compare it, or like put it in the greater story of all the things that Hiroki Totoki and all their other leadership
yeah.
figures have been saying lately. Yeah, it's they're not focusing on the hardware anymore, which means they don't have to keep their stuff exclusive because the only reason to do that is to sell more hardware. And if that's not the thing that you're focusing on, then why fucking bother?
Because when they say that they're not going to focus on hardware, but they will still eventually make new hardware,
Yeah,
it
we
really
got
seems like there's no difference.
for us, not well, okay. Yes and no. So there will be a PS6. We've already got like leaked specs for it. I didn't throw it in the news roundup here because neither of us are like tech guys who would know what the fuck any of those numbers mean.
Nah, nah.
Um, but so there is going to be a PS6 that we also have like tech leaked for the next Xbox. Like consoles will still continue to exist and will probably always continue to exist because local hardware is always going to be things that is always going to have a marketplace. You know, there will always be
Yeah.
places where like it just doesn't make sense to stream shit. So hardware will always be a thing. So yes, I actually, in the long run, this is a good thing, right? It's I've sort of prefaced it as a bad thing here because I think the way that they're phrasing it is insane. Like
Yeah.
it's a weird combination of things to announce. Like we're doing amazing on hardware and we're gonna stop with it. Like it's a weird,
Right.
it's such a weird
Yeah.
conversation. And then also like the thing that we're gonna focus on is live service, which we're bad at. Like that's insane. But ultimately this is a good thing for the video game industry. It really is. Um, I've been talking about this off and on for years in different forums, but the sort of utopian future of video games that I see, not that there's, I mean, there's always going to be like, oh, live service and we're collecting your data. It's utopian, very thinly layered, but the it is a world where like exclusivity goes away because what that means is it means that you don't have to buy every single fucking box. You can just buy the one that you like the most and you can play the games on it. You might have to wait 6 months, a year to play that one that launched somewhere else first, but eventually it'll come to the one that you want to play it on, and then you don't have to spend what $1,500 probably to get all three of them.
Yeah.
Actually, we're probably upwards of over 2,000 at this point because of tariffs and everything. Like all these consoles are going to be $700 when they come out.
Hmm.
But so that's great for a consumer. You don't have to buy all these things if you want to play other games. You can just play them where you want to play them. That's already a great thing. That is the most pro-consumer thing. Also, for the people making the games, they get to access more people. Like they have a larger set of people that they can sell to, which means they will make more money off of it, which means that the games will be more successful and they will theoretically have to lay off less people. And maybe we'll get more sequels to these games as opposed to like, well, that didn't work. Let's scrap the whole thing and do a new game that no one will care about. So that's all good. It's really great for the video games itself. But then also on the hardware side of things, I think it's also good for that because what that means is that now the hardware also has to stand up on its own feet. You can't be like, okay, well, the Xbox sucks, but it's where Halo is. You know what I mean? Like it has to, if you
Yeah.
want people to still buy the thing, which they do still want people to buy the thing, it's just not their number one focus, then it has to be good enough to stand up in an ecosystem of its own. So now you're not competing in two separate categories instead of using your software as a bludgeon to force people to buy your hardware. Now you are competing independently in the world of software and hardware. So you have
Yeah.
to be good at both of them. The only place that I see this not happening, or at least not for a while, is Nintendo because they're never going to put out hardware that's like as powerful as a PlayStation. They're just not going to do that. So
Sure.
they might have their different gimmicks of like, well, we're the mobile one or whatever, and maybe that'll get them through the door. I just don't see them doing multi-platform stuff right now. It's going to be certainly a long time. They are always behind the eight ball when it comes to the things that the rest of the industry is doing. I do think though, the place we're going to see it first will be Pokemon. So put that in your Nostradamus predictions from me.
Pokemon on Xbox.
No, yeah. Well, because they're already doing it like all of those apps and stuff that are now you can just like basically play Pokemon games on your phone. Not even the emulated ones, but I just mean like, you know, Pokemon Go
Right.
and Pokemon Quest and
Yeah.
Pokemon
Yeah.
Puzzle and all that shit. So that's good because what that means is now the hardware has to be good and the software has to be good. And the software has to be good not just because, you know, you're putting it out. It going to more places and doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be good at day one. But if you want your customers, like let's say the more realistic thing that's going to happen is that it'll be timed exclusivity, right? It'll launch on the home platform and then it'll go to the other one in like 6 months. What that
Mhm.
means is that when they do that, they'll have to make sure, or you would hope, have to make sure that when it launches on that original platform, that it's already good. You know, they won't be able to launch a broken video game because then it's just like, oh, well, so we're beta testing it for the other platforms. Like, that's
Right.
stupid. Like, you can't Like, that's going to be a thing that gets a lot of pushback if they continue doing that, which they probably will. But I think this sets a really good precedent for where this industry is going in the future, because realistically, this is the only entertainment industry that has exclusive content, as far as I'm aware, right? Because think about it, like, how insane would it be if you were like, oh, well, I want to watch the new Marvel movie, but they only show it at Cinemark. Or like, I want to watch
Sure.
the
Yeah.
new Universal movie, but there's not a AMC near me. You know what I mean?
I mean, the closest to what you're saying is streaming
Streaming services.
exclusivity. Like,
Yeah,
this movie was produced and only came out on Apple TV Plus. So if you want to watch it, you have to have an Apple thing. Like,
that is true.
like Killers of the Flower Moon or whatever. But paying $10 for an Apple account for a month is a bit different than paying $600
Yeah,
for a console. So yeah,
exactly.
you're absolutely
Because
correct.
you can still access. I mean, you have to buy into it, but you can still access that on the device you
Yeah,
already have. It's not. They're
yeah,
not
yeah,
keeping you out of it. They're just saying like, well,
yeah.
you have to buy a ticket to it.
Like, oh, you're not allowed to watch this movie because you're on a Roku, so you need to go out and you need to
Right.
buy
Exactly.
a Fire Stick instead. Yeah.
So I think the breakdown of exclusivity is a really good thing for the games industry. The games industry will make more money. People will have more freedom of choice. There'll be much more competition, which will probably lead to more innovation. If we can just make them stop fucking firing people and
I
replacing
was
them
just
with
gonna say
robots,
that. I was just gonna.
if we can just get those two things, which are the same thing kind of, to
Yeah.
stop happening, then we're good. And I will say also this week, I didn't throw it in there, um, the first video game union just struck its first contract with Microsoft. So we
Oh,
are making steps towards
yes.
that. There is now a video
Right.
game union. It's happening. I believe it's at Raven Software, one of the Call of Duty teams. Uh,
Right after Hulk Hogan died?
the
Coincidence? I
second
think
Hulk Hogan
not. I think not.
unions are back, baby. And so, like, collective bargaining is a thing that is now starting to sort of get its roots in the games industry, and so that might help. Might help. It's probably going to be a while before it does, but we are looking at a higher than previous reality, chance of reality, where the video game industry is like what I personally would like for it to be, and I think that's very exciting for me. I'm very happy about that. Even though
Yeah.
there's probably going to be a ton of bullshit between now and then, and probably still more
Oh,
bullshit even when we get there. But
the
at least
the night
improvement
is
is coming.
the night is darkest just before the dawn.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So it's pretty exciting. Pretty great. Pretty
That's
excited
that's
for it.
fantastic. Did we forget about
We forgot about the Michael Bay thing.
the return of Michael?
Would you like to briefly talk about the return of Michael Bay?
Yeah, so Michael Bay, some of you might know him as a director of schlocky action movies and then also really bad movies.
He's the man
But
who does the explosions.
mm, he was gonna direct a movie for Netflix with Will Smith in it, and then they both decided we're not gonna do this movie. And this was like reported by Variety, or no, excuse me, Deadline. It
Yeah.
was reported by Deadline, and I think very casually in there, like as if it was nothing. They were like, he's leaving this movie, and now he's gonna go be in talks to do another Transformers thing. Like, whoa, wait a minute, you can't just say that. This man who terrorized us with Transformers movies for over a decade, and then we got a bit of a reprieve, and now he's back. Maybe Michael Bay might be doing another Transformers movie.
Do we think for sure it would be live action?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think he has any interest. I think he wants to do exactly what he did last time.
That's fair.
Which, by the way, speaking of what he did last time, the last one he did was Transformers: The Last Night, and I'm not just saying this as like a Michael Bay hater or something, because I like the first Transformers movie enough. The
Sure.
other ones are bad but enjoyable. I don't like the ones with Mark Wahlberg in them at all. But specifically the fifth one, The Last Night, one of the most unwatchable films I've ever seen in my life. I I don't know how else to describe it other than that.
Yeah, which is weird to say
It was
about a movie where robots hang out with Merlin. You would think
only
that
for like a second.
you would
Merlin's
think
only at the very beginning.
that that would be a movie that would be hard to be, if anything, boring. That would be the thing. Bad, sure. Schlocky, sure. Boring,
It was
wouldn't think about it.
that I don't somebody whoever edited that movie did I don't know, man. That movie's like the way it's cut unwatchable.
That's the one that
Bad.
switches aspect ratios like 100 times, right? Or is that the
Thinks
dinosaur
I
one?
think I think so. That might be both. There's
Might be both.
dinosaurs in this one too for at least a second.
Oh, I
Uh,
didn't watch either of them.
they're bad. You don't have to. They're bad.
I wasn't going to.
No, don't.
That
I know.
wasn't a threat.
I'm telling you now. Don't watch these.
Oh man.
However much you might want to.
Well, if you regret having watched the latest Transformers movies, or if you want to talk about your future plans for how the video games industry could be a utopia of great video games and people getting paid what they deserve, you can leave a comment about it on Spotify and YouTube. And you can subscribe to both of those places for us. Leave a comment, share with a friend, do all the things that you know that we want you to do. Please do those things. We love you very much. You can follow the show on Twitter at rsr_pod. You can follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Daniel J. McGee.
You can follow me on Blue Sky at Skyler 8-bit.
And until next time, everybody, we'll see you around.
The game's just starting, the world's so bright. Jump right in, everything feels right. Let's play, take a trip.